The cleanup continues for residents of Highland. Hundreds of volunteers arrived at a local church and were bused to various neighborhoods to help protect homes from more mudslides, especially with more rain in the forecast.
Right now we're trying to dig a trench here so that if it rains again, the hill, when it floods down, it'll guide it towards the street and not destroy these homes that are down here.
Fred Purcell of Redlands was volunteering with his church group and brought 5 of his kids along to help at this home on Autumn Chase Drive.
Personally, I've been through this. My in-laws' home got flooded back in 1980, right after the Panorama fires, and so I know how it feels to be displaced.
Inmate fire crews from Owens Valley have been working in this neighborhood for 6 days. Corrections officials say they didn't get to respond to too many fires this year, so they were anxious to get to work, and their efforts were greatly appreciated.
Their crews should be praised to high heaven for all the work they've done.
I want it to get less shallow.
Highland City Councilman John Timmer was also there to help.
I heard this morning we had 700 people that went through and checked in, and in fact we had to turn some folks away. We just didn't have enough logistical support, shovels and buses and stuff to move them around. So
he estimates more than 100 Highland homes were damaged by the storm, some more than others.
Some houses didn't get mud in the houses, but the backyards filled up with mud and the swimming pools filled up.
He said the storm last week was certainly a test of resources.
We're always prepared in the sense we have disaster teams available and the training we go through. I've lived in this area for over 30 years, and this is the most intense storm in such a short period of time I've ever experienced.
As street sweepers came through, it was moving day for the McCool family. The house they had been renting for more than 3 years had been red flagged after the hillside behind their home collapsed.
To keep water out, maybe a fourth of that hill out there, or maybe a little more.
Unsure of when the tags would be removed, Lee McCool decided to move his family to Bloomington instead.
I'm 72 now. My wife's not in good shape. She's had cancer. And it was just a hard thing to have to do, but we'll get through it.
Fortunately for him, floodwaters and mud never made it into his home. He believes the terracing he did on the hillside for the iris he was raising saved his home.
The hill was just a gradual grade with weeds on it, and we put the railroad ties in.
But his neighbors weren't as fortunate.
Both sides of us the mud went right in their houses.
McCool plans to sell the iris plants when he retires.
We've already hauled about half of that over to the other place, and this is the rest of it. You can see a few blooming, but not a lot.
This move will cost him thousands of dollars.
I would have probably not moved yet because we didn't want to go in that area, but you take what you can get.
A similar story for many others.
It's just an unfortunate thing that happened, and the people here are all dealing with it in one way, shape, or form.
In Highland, Julianne Non, PE.com.